Fintech Summit 2023 here in Milan from Allianz MiCo. In this moment, we are in the Unicorn Tales, our new column about the unicorn of fintech. In this moment, we are together with Claudio Bedino, who is General Manager Italy and Southern East Europe. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Claudio, today we want to talk with you about these 10 years of N26. And we want to understand what did change in the market, what are the role of the digital banking in the fintech world. According to you, what does it mean today being a unicorn in this industry?
Yeah, 10 years, so much. It definitely was a very long trip, but in the end, it seems very quickly. So was like a very intensive trip in the industry. So 10 years of innovation and growth, massive growth. We now have more than 9 million customers in Europe. We have more than 1,800 employees in the company. So was amazing, to be honest. We also facing a lot of challenges, to be honest. And the latest one with COVID was a big opportunity and also a big challenge. Everything changed in some way, but in the end, it's something that will stay. Probably will stay. It's a force that stay and change the behavior of the customer. And now the customer wants a more sophisticated digital experience, also in the banking industry. And as a digital bank, we are here to embrace that.
So according to you, what is the role of digital banking today in the fintech universe?
So I think that we have this big responsibility to innovate, always stay in front of the innovation, but also, especially now, after, all the environment is changing now in terms of everything. I don't want to bother you with the taxes, interest taxes or something like that, but in the end, we have this big responsibility to make this innovation sustainable, also to push a sort of profitability and being bank more than startups. I think that this can be the biggest challenge that now unicorns like N26 have in the market.
But according to you, in terms of challenges, you talked about taxes, you talked about digitization and cultural approach, and the change of vision from startups to a digital bank. So what are the next priorities for you? What are the challenges and opportunities that can come from the market?
Yeah, I think that we have seen a massive adoption of technology during the last few years. Now we have to address this technology, that the changes that technology Hello has in another level. So I think that now we can, also with the introduction of AI and so on, leverage this technology to allow customer to have a better experience in a digital banking environment, and also pushing something that is more, not just a better experience, but also more secure and more trustable. And in the end, I think it's very important to connecting the dots to in the introducing, not just through introducing new technology, but also leveraging that, and also understanding how to fit with the existing regulation or drive with regulators the evolution of the regulation for the future. I think this will have a huge impact on the customer experience, but also to streamline processes behind the scene. So companies like N26, all the financial in the world financial industry, can streamline processes, being more efficient, and in the end also cutting costs and deliver a better experience to the customer.
And maybe also with a look to sustainability, because
absolutely,
you talked before about the sustainable digital banking industry. What is the role of sustainability today for a digital bank?
I think there are two topics that come together. One is sustainability for sure, and also it's financial inclusion, I think. So in one hand, we have to be sustainable in a different way, not just from a financial point of view, but also in terms of impact that we have on the society and in the way people will manage their finance. We have this big responsibility. We're managing money, but in the end, we are also driving people to use their money in a different way. So we are now able to provide through technology innovation, a different way to manage their finance. I show you some example. The way you are now managing your expenses is different from 10 years ago when you managed your expenses through an Excel file, or for example, also put saving apart, it's like, it's completely different from 10 years ago. Now there's ability to set aside automatically, it's amazing, not just for saving, but also for investing. But in the end, also being inclusive, I think it's really important. So we don't want to push forward and having people that stay behind, that doesn't understand technology, doesn't understand the way we are, providing services in the financial industry. We need to be very careful about investing also in education to the customer. For example, also in terms of fraud and security, I think it is an important topic. On the other hand, also investing in our employees, in our structure, to being compliant, to being prepared for the future.
So you talked about education and security. They are trends now for fintech in general, mostly in Italy. Are these the new steps to do in order to grow? There are other maybe trends or priorities in order to grow, also in terms of technology, for example, AI, blockchain, or something like that.
Yeah, I think that the AI will have a huge impact in the future, but also in the near future, probably. We already use that for many streams, for several streams in N26 now, managing frauds, identifying, for example, transactions that are subject to money laundering or something like that, but also to streamline and to automate process behind the scene, as I mentioned. So in the past, a bank have a lot of process that are handled manually. Now we can automatize that and in some way also optimize costs in the company to offer a better experience to the customer. So I think that, for sure, AI, I know that is a buzzword, and now everyone's it's like a plain vanilla. We need to talk about AI. In the end, I think the most important thing here is, that's fine, AI. It's another way to enable something. Keep in mind two things. Have to disappear in front of the customer. We don't want the customer to understand technology. We don't want that. Technology have to disappear. It's just an enabler to do something. And on the opposite, and another thing important, especially for AI, is also understanding the impact and the challenges that we will face with that. For example, ethical problems, privacy, or security. I think we have to be, I know that is another things that multiple person more prepared than me are talking about, but in the end, I think it's really important, before making something with AI, to understand the technology behind. Also, for example, to understand if the output is accurate or not, because we experienced that with ChatGPT multiple times. I ask him something, but I don't know if the reply is correct or not. So I think it's important to understand if it's correct or not, and in the end, also asking the right question, protecting the customer, especially in the financial industry where we are managing money for the customer.
So always people in the center of the
Absolutely
activity. And this is very interesting, because when we talk about digitization, innovation, we always think about just technology, but the aim are the people, not the technology.
Absolutely.
So thank you for being with us and for your advices.
Bye. Thank you.